Tinubu, are you a heroin drug lord? Because we don't want a Pablo Escobar kind of president. We don't want Nigeria to be reduced to Colombia. We already have enough problems with insecurity. We don't want drug cartels now fighting over. We don't want anybody to make our president vulnerable. These are questions. Yes or no, Bola Tinubu, were you a drug lord? Just yes or no. Thank you.
If you have the time, I will tell you more about what they are campaigning with as an agenda or as a rhetoric that he did well in Lagos. I will tell you, between 1999 to 2007, if you take out context, he actually performed worse than some governors in Nigeria, because the Lagos that they say he did, he improved the revenue, he only collected tax. All the infrastructure needed for a state or in fact a country to develop was on ground. Asiwaju did not invite or introduce or brought to Lagos any serious foreign investor or domestic investor.
How to get Tinubu's appointment and ambassadorial position. Inside secrets revealed. What happens when your loudest enemies suddenly become your most loyal servants? What happens when men who once called you drug lord, dictator, corrupt, wicked, unfit, illegitimate, a fraud, a threat to democracy? What happens when your loudest competitors suddenly become your closest allies? What happened when people who once criticized you, mocked you, and doubted your leadership now sit in positions everyone dreams of? Ministerial seats, special advisory roles, and ambassadorial appointments. Tonight, we investigate 10 men who attacked Bola Ahmed Tinubu publicly, violently, emotionally, and today sit comfortably inside his government. Is this forgiveness? Is this political strategy? Or is this how power absorbs its critics? Let's dig in. 1. Daniel Bwala. Tinubu needs 30 years to fix Nigeria. Daniel Bwala was once Tinubu's loudest enemy. He said, Tinubu will struggle with moral legitimacy because he leads the election. He is a president-select, not a president-elect. It will take Tinubu 30 years to reset Nigeria. The human brain works normally until you join APC. Then it begins to malfunction. He mocked APC members as having damaged critical thinking. He fought Tinubu in court, on TV, on social media. Then one day, after private visit to Aso Rock, the same Bwala became Tinubu's special advisor. Why does a man join the same government he said would destroy Nigeria? What changed or what was offered? Lesson. Sometimes, one private conversation, backed by strategic patience and timing, can unlock the doors to power. 2. Femi Fani-Kayode. Tinubu is heartless, wicked, cold-blooded. FFK wrote, you are heartless, wicked, a sociopath. Tinubu roars when he speaks and takes 20 pills before going out. It is over for Tinubu politically. He accused Tinubu of controlling Lagos like a mafian state. He mocked Tinubu during EndSARS, called him weak, insensitive, and incompetent. But after defecting to APC, FFK became one of Tinubu's most aggressive defenders, attacking critics online and offline. How does a man go from calling you a sick sociopath to calling you my leader and father? Lesson. Demonstrating influence and usefulness, even after criticism, can earn positions others only dream of. 3. Reno Omokri. Tinubu is a drug lord and impostor. Reno once led protests in London shouting, Tinubu is a drug lord. He belongs in prison. Nigeria cannot have an impostor as president. He even traveled across countries just to protest against Tinubu. But after the Supreme Court ruling, Reno suddenly became Tinubu's global defender, attacking Peter Obi daily, rewriting his past statements. What changed? Did the facts change or did the benefit change? Lesson. Public credibility, reach, and influence are bargaining chips in political appointments. 4. Festus Keyamo. Tinubu's Chatham House was a show of shame. Before joining Tinubu's team, Keyamo criticized, Tinubu's identity questions, Tinubu's source of wealth, the 2022 Chatham House strategy, calling it a show of shame. He argued Tinubu was a product difficult to sell. Today, he is Minister of Aviation, one of Tinubu's most loyal defenders, from working the product to becoming the sales manager. Lesson: skills and experts that solve real problems often outweigh past opposition. 5. Bosun Tijani. Tinubu fed Nigeria rubbish. Before becoming the Minister of Communications, Bosun tweeted, Tinubu fed them rubbish narratives. Go and invest your time in your business if you want to propagate such rubbish. I don't believe in Nigeria. Yes, he wrote that. I don't believe in Nigeria. And today, he is the Minister of Digital Economy, helping build the same Nigeria he said he didn't believe in. Again, what changed? Lesson: understanding leadership priorities and aligning yourself strategically is key to appointment success. 6. Femi Pedro, ousted, angry, impeached. Tinubu's former deputy governor, they fought bitterly. Pedro was impeached for gross misconduct because he allegedly challenged Tinubu's dominance. He defected to PDP. He attacked Tinubu's style of governance. He vowed never to return. Today, back in APC, back supporting Tinubu, when enemies return home, what deals were made behind closed doors? Lesson: strategic reconciliation paired with a clear value proposition can reopen doors previously thought closed. 7. Musiri Obanikoro. Tinubu is emperor of Babylon. Obanikoro once said, Tinubu has abused public funds. Tinubu did not govern Lagos. He only governed his pocket. Lagos must be liberated from Tinubu, the emperor of Babylon. Today, serving within the same empire he once tried to overthrow. Politics has no permanent friends, only permanent interests. Lesson: relationships and assets are often as important as public statements. 8. Adeseyi Ogunlewe. Tinubu's government was a disaster. Ogunlewe said Tinubu abused trust through fake contracts to his friends. His administration was a failure and disaster. He fought Tinubu for years, then defected to APC, and today he is a Tinubu defender on TV. Critic one day, apostle the next. Lesson: leaders reward those who demonstrate they can fix problems others cannot. 9. Olusegun Dada. Tinubu is corrupt and covered with deceits. Dada said ACN is a shop set up by Tinubu. He is corrupt and covered with deceits. He protested against APC. He insulted APC leaders. Today, he is Tinubu's special assistant on social media, one of the chief online defenders attacking P2B and anyone who questions the government. The irony writes itself. Lesson: influence over perception often translates into influence over appointments. 10. Bayo Onanuga, the man who once published anti-Tinubu pieces before joining the Tinubu camp. Onanuga Media House published articles calling Tinubu a drug baron. He amplified opposition criticism of Tinubu in the 90s. In 2023, he tweeted targeted warnings against Igbo voters. Today, he is Tinubu's official advisor on information. He defends the same man he once investigated. The watchdog became the bodyguard. Lesson: those who control narrative channels often control access to positions. Look closely. Each man understands timing, influence and value before approaching Tinubu. Each demonstrated a skill, platform or network that the administration could not ignore. Each knew the rules of political navigation in Nigeria and leveraged them successfully. The question is this loyalty, strategy or survival? Or is it simply the act of positioning oneself for appointments and influence? One thing is clear. Opportunity favors the prepared. The the connected and the strategic. If you want appointments or ambassadorial positions, study the patterns, build influence, demonstrate value, and know exactly when and how to position yourself. In Nigeria politics, it is really about never serving a leader. It is about knowing how, when, and where to step in, and making sure the offer reaches you.